Good afternoon. Ken Jolliffe of BIS Commodities in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We review the markets for the week of April 25th here. Looking at the grain markets, early in the week, it appeared that the markets were focused on, the weekend weather that was better than expected. We got some corn planting started over the Easter weekend. Warmer temperatures came through. The markets, both corn and beans, early Monday traded down towards the lower end of their recent ranges. You saw the corn market hold underneath the 20-day moving average for that particular day. You saw the bean market move down towards its 20-day moving average, on Monday. Things changed Monday afternoon. The progress report came out and showed that only 6% of the corn was planted in the U.S. Market took this as a negative, that we weren't getting things done. Now it's highly possible that with the 3-day Easter weekend, there could have been some reporting, naturally not done to the USDA. That's another story to take a look at later. But as the market took this and we were at the bottom end of the trading ranges, we came back roaring with higher markets Tuesday and the balance of the week, back to the point of where both the corn and the bean market got back up towards the upper end of their recent trading ranges, back above the 20-day moving average, and somewhat of a technically good-looking close here towards the the end of the week. Corn planting, I think it's one of those cases to where it depends where you are. You've got areas in the western corn belt that's still sitting still, not getting anything done. You got areas in the western corn belt that has had a pretty good week as far as progress. You can probably pick and choose anywhere from some areas being 10% done, other areas 30% done, to maybe areas as far as of half done. Here out in the state of Iowa, it appears that if you get into the central part of the state, you're probably come along pretty well. Maybe you're 20-30% done. Northwest corner of the state, maybe a little bit farther along because you have been drier. Get in the northeast part of the state, and we seem to be bogged down. It's very similar to what we were last year. Eastern Corn Belt seems to have made some good progress this week. They did not see the rains as heavy as we've had here through the eastern part of Iowa. Areas of Illinois could be as much as, say, half to 2/3 done. Other areas of Illinois maybe are down in that 10 and 20% done. So it'd be very interesting to see come Monday afternoon of next week of what the USDA shows us for progress. Unfortunately, it appears that the market is not really focused on what we are getting done. It appears being focused on what we're not getting done. And as you lean to the bullish side of things, with the money coming into the marketplace from the investors, maybe it doesn't matter that we're 20% done. Maybe it doesn't matter we're 50% done. It matters that we're 50% not done. Maybe it matters we're 30% not done 2 weeks from now. It just feels like the market wants to focus on, that nothing's perfect, and we've got to get this corn crop put in some perfect conditions and have a perfect planting season, before we can say that the market will trade back down towards the lower end of the ranges or go back down to the levels that we thought we could be at, earlier this year. So very tough to look at. Beans. Early in the week was saying, the Chinese news of cancellations, deferments, whatnot, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think that on last Friday and then again this Monday morning, it appeared that came to more of a confirmation type trade. As you saw the spreads break back. You saw the May-July bean spread weakened to almost a carry in that particular market. And then you come in here the latter part of the week, and it seemed like the money came back into things again and brought the spreads back. You did have a very good meal export sales number yesterday, showing that the crush margins here, in the 48 states is very positive. We seem to be getting some of the beans moved from the upper northwest regions of the Corn Belt into the eastern Corn Belt. But as we said, the money came into the market again today for whatever reason, and bull spread things back up again. The other thing that we continue to hassle with in the markets, is the escalation or de-escalation of the situation over in Russia and Ukraine. And it seemed again as this week progressed on that we come to a point of more escalation of the tensions over there, to where we had the wheat market rally to new highs, based on the problems there of whatever you want to say about it, whether they're not going to get the wheat planted, whether there's no money there, whatever happens in that part of the world. But as it escalated in tensions, once again, money came into the commodity markets that we are looking at here in the grains and pushed wheat back to the highs. It'll be very interesting if we come into next week. We are playing the weather game already. I'm sure that we're going to take a look at something here Sunday night and Monday, as far as the updated weather forecast. Yes, it appears to be there's some, a good rain system coming through. You go back and look at a week ago when they were forecasting the highs for next week, those highs were primarily in the lower 50s. If you look at the forecast now, yes, it's still wet, but the temperatures are more in the 60-degree range. So a lot of variance, a lot of difference in these forecasts, not only from day to day, but probably every 4 to 6 hours. And it seems somewhat early to be in the weather market, but here we are once again. And I think it's more of a short-term memory situation. We know we struggled last year to put this corn crop in. We don't want to struggle that way again this year. We'll just have to see how things move along here for right now. This afternoon, we did have switching gears to livestock, we did have a cattle on feed report come out this afternoon. Taking a look at the numbers there, placements were at 95.3%. The average was 101. That's probably the most bullish number when you look at the report here this afternoon. Kept on feed at 99.4. The average guess there was 100.4. Marketing was set at 96.3 with the average at 96.9. Now, you take a look at the cattle market, we did post new highs going into the report. We'll have to see, if this is a carry through come in here Monday morning, but it seems like a lot of times these Friday afternoon 2 p.m. livestock reports, we somewhat forget about them as we come into the next week. So it'll still be a cash-led market as far as that situation goes. Hog market, once again, an up and down week. You had a move lower early in the week. You had a midweek rally even to the point of a limit up move on Thursday. Then you back the thing back off roughly a dollar or so here on Friday. Cash markets are holding pretty steady in there. You are seeing a cutout back off here some late in the week. Futures market to me kind of appears that we're still within a trading range there. It's more of the opposite. We got to watch our runs and see if the runs continue to back down, and kind of see what the weights do, as we move into the May, June, July time frame. So with that, we'll let you go. Have yourself a good, safe weekend. Hopefully we'll see some sunshine in the majority part of the grain belt so we can get some work done, and then see some rain and get the crop going. So see you next week.